biggest change to your program heading into the 2018 season?
Probably the biggest change would be spending time in Florida down at Alden Baker's place. We've been training with Tyler Ratsway for I'm going on my 3rd year, and him and Alden worked together when Tyler was racing, and now we actually have a base set up in Florida at Alden Baker's place. So we got to do all our base training down in Florida this year, and we spent some time there during outdoors last year, but it's been really good and really progressive.
When the gate drops and during the race, do you start thinking more about being consistent each lap, or are you going push, trying to just get to the front, win?
It kind of depends on where I start. I mean, if I get the whole shot, it's like, okay, I've got a clear track, and I just hit my marks and hit my braking points and just focus forward. I mean, if somebody's behind me, then I'll kind of keep tabs on where they are, and if I'm pulling them, I'll try and keep doing that. If they're catching me a little bit, I try and pick it up some so that they don't catch me. But yeah, if I don't get a good start, then I'll kind of keep tabs on where the leaders are, and if I'm say in 5th place, then I'll just kind of watch the leaders and just try and pace myself off them and hopefully go faster than they are, so that whoever's in front of me, I'll be catching them as long as I'm catching the leaders.
Now the weather today is looking like it's going to be really epic. Do you feel that the warmer weather will have any effect on just the track and the overall racing in general?
I think the weather is really good right now. I think that with it being overcast this morning, it's really going to help out with the moisture in the track and really just the development of it for practice. And usually it's pretty dry and the sun's usually shining, so it kind of dries out pretty good. But I think it should be good tonight, and especially once the sun goes down and the moisture starts coming up, it's going to be good.
Now, obviously, you have this guy, your other teammate's brother, who's doing the big bike thing on the West Coast. Would you want to do the big bike thing on the East Coast once the series heads over there?
I think it really depends on where we're at in the standings. I mean, I just love to race my motorcycle, and that's my passion. So if an opportunity comes up and we're feeling good for outdoors with what we need to do during the break, then if I get a chance to go racing, I'd like to go racing.
As far as when you head out on the track, what is your favorite obstacle on the Supercross track, and what is your least?
I would say my favorite part of the track is the whoops, because I'm pretty good in the whoops. I love the technicality of them, and just really the way that you have to hit them, the way that you can have an advantage over other people in the whoops. And my least favorite part is probably the corners. And I love hitting corners, and I love like just rolling through corners. And it's not that I don't like to hit corners, it's just the fact that everybody can go fast in their corners if they try. So I think that that's part of the track that is a big separation in people, is once people start getting tired, they start getting slower in their corners. And that's where I feel like I'm pretty good, is keeping the pace up and rolling the corners.
What tire pressure is in your front tire?
I'm pretty sure I run 13.5. Kind of depends on which tire we're running. If we're on the spec tire versus a production tire, I like to run a lower pressure in the production just because it's a firmer carcass, but I'm pretty sure 13.5.
What is one of the items that is on your bucket list?
Something I would like to do is I'd like to go on a cruise, I guess. I was actually talking about that yesterday with one of my good friends. That's where he went on his honeymoon, was on a cruise, and it's like, man, that'd be pretty cool. But I've never really had vacation except for my honeymoon, so it's like spending time in Hawaii was my first real vacation. It's like, man, this is nice. Like, it was hard for me to zone out and to
Relax.
not think about something that I have to do. And it's like, no, I don't need to do that right now.
Now you do have a pretty awesome Subaru.
Mm-hmm.
As a lot of people that follow you on Instagram know. What is your favorite part that you have put on your Subaru?
My favorite part was one of the first parts I ever put on it was a carbon fiber drive shaft. And stock, they come with a jointed drive shaft, so it's like two pieces that has a little bit of movement in between, and it actually at really low RPMs, like taking off, you could really feel the play in it, and it would kind of like jerk. But then when I took that off and put the carbon drive shaft on, it took a lot of weight off the drivetrain, but it also smoothened out the acceleration process and taking off. So you can take off like more aggressive now, but also smoother.
How important is it to you tonight to leave with the red plate?
I think it makes a big statement. I mean, that really wasn't the plan last year. I just wanted to get a good start and push the whole race, and we ended up winning. So this year, I mean, it's kind of expected of me to win now, but at the same time, like I'm not a do or die kind of guy. I mean, like this is the first round, and you can't win the championship here, and the red plate would be nice, but really the main thing is having the red plate at Vegas. So tonight, I mean, I want to do the best that I can, and I want to win if that's an option, but I'm going to go out and give them all.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.